Water is in high demand in the West. Government agencies such as the Bureau of Reclamation seek creative solutions to conserving this precious natural resource. To meet this need, AgriMet was created. AgriMet, short for Agricultural Meteorology, is a weather data collection system designed to capture atmospheric data important not only to agriculture but to the environment. AgriMet is a network of 43 automatic satellite-linked weather stations located in 6 states in the Pacific Northwest. It is a cooperative network, sponsored and paid for by over 25 organizations, including the Bonneville Power Administration, electric utilities, state universities, the United States Departments of Agriculture and Interior, and other state and local municipalities. Each station monitors air temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, wind direction, precipitation, and solar radiation. Each sensor relays data at either 15-minute or hourly intervals and is sent to a satellite every 4 hours. The data is downloaded to Reclamation headquarters in Boise, Idaho, and immediately processed and incorporated into a computer database for timely access and retrieval by anyone with an authorized account. AgriMet's main job is to generate daily crop water use charts, which tell the irrigator how much water to use and when to apply it. With data like this, irrigators can fine-tune their water management decisions that influence pesticide use, pumping costs, and water conservation. This information is published up to 3 times weekly in more than 25 regional newspapers throughout the region and computer accessed by over 100 account holders. Besides agriculture, AgriMet is important to environmental applications too. AgriMet is used for pollution control, power load management, and even insect infestation. But first, let's hear how AgriMet has become one of the most effective tools in agriculture today. In the next few minutes, hear what others have to say about how AgriMet works in the field.
Well, AgriMet's an excellent example of technology transfer between 2 government agencies. The fundamental computer models and functional relationships that went into the AgriMet system were developed by the Agricultural Research Service here. Our role now is to double-check the AgriMet calculations that are being made. We also utilize the AgriMet information in scheduling irrigations on a real-time basis. And based on our experience, we would say that the calculations coming out of AgriMet are very reliable and can be used very successfully for irrigation scheduling and calculating crop water requirements.
The weather data we collect from our AgriMet weather station is instrumental in developing what we call an irrigation management service, which our district provides the water users. That tells the farmer when to irrigate, how much, so we don't have to worry about runoff or under irrigation. And most state and federal agencies require irrigation districts to have that plan in effect in their district. And it's just like one of those tools that you're afraid to buy. And then once you buy it, you wonder what you did without it.
Its water scheduling capabilities are really exciting. We're able to precisely apply the right amount of water at the right time. We feel that not only will this increase our yield and maximize our profitability, but we know for a fact that it will stretch our groundwater reserves and ensure that we don't contaminate groundwater with pesticides and chemicals.
We've been using the AgriMet system on a daily basis since 1986 in our consulting business to help schedule irrigation with farmers to reduce fertilizer, chemical, and power inputs and produce the best crop possible. It's a great system, easy to access, easy to understand the information, and we've become to rely on it daily.
Umatilla Electric Cooperative is very excited about what AgriMet is doing to help our farmers. Our farmers are interested in conserving water and energy, and in doing so, they will install conservation measures such as mainlining, low pressure heads, etc., and they'll save between 10 and 30%. But that is no good unless they have a baseline information that AgriMet supplies. It gives them weather data, and they can apply exactly the amount of water that they need. Therefore, they save water and they save electricity. AgriMet is a very promising and a very futuristic look at our farming industry.
You've heard how effective AgriMet is in agriculture, but AgriMet has other uses in stormwater management, hydro and solar power management, and other environmental applications. Let's hear what environmental users say about AgriMet.
At Silver Creek, we're putting together a predictive model to help better manage land uses in the area. And AgriMet has been an extremely important tool in this process of putting together the model. We're particularly interested in water inflows and outflows to the system, and AgriMet helps us by looking at evaporative losses and the input of rain and snow throughout the year. Without AgriMet, we simply could not do what we're doing, and it's been an incredibly valuable tool to us.
AgriMet collects the data for us. It provides long-term data, a long-term data resource that we can use to estimate what the solar radiation is in Idaho. What we're doing is collecting this data, assembling the database, putting it together a file that we can use to estimate the power output from similar systems to this in the future. What AgriMet provides for us simply is the low-cost quality data set that we're looking for.
AgriMet helps us watch our streams. When a storm comes through, AgriMet tells us when to send our sampling crews out and collect water quality samples. From there, we try to implement best management practices so that the stormwater doesn't impact the streams. AgriMet helps keep streams cleaner.
We provide the AgriMet service to our irrigation customers in controlling their pumping load. And internally we use AgriMet data for feeder balancing during the winter months and also for load forecasting, which helps us out with our budgeting and our wholesale power purchase decisions. AgriMet has been an outstanding tool for us in providing better customer service and for our utility operations.
Well, AgriMet is going to allow us to use these pheromone traps, which we have used for a long time effectively, to forecast insect populations much more accurately. By doing that, we're going to make sure that our initial applications to control the pest is made much more accurately. That means we're going to use less insecticide in general. That means there's less residue in the crops, and that benefits everybody.